Last week, we made a video about the Claude Code agent swarm feature where specialized sub-agents are created for specific tasks, and these can communicate back to the main orchestrator or team lead. Well, back then it was a hidden feature exposed with clever hacking, but now it's been officially released under the experimental flag and comes with official docs, Tmux support, and the ability for teammates to challenge and argue with each other. Hit subscribe and let's get into it. Anthropic have been on fire this week, from the release of Opus 4.6 to the Super Bowl ads that have made Sam Altman unhappy. But agent teams has to be one of the biggest features released for Claude Code, combining the work of the tasks feature with parallel sub-agents. Although teams are much better than sub-agents themselves. Let me show you. So for the agent teams feature to work, you need to be on version 2.1.32 or above and add this line to your settings JSON file in your .claude directory. Okay, so here I have a plan to add a web interface to a tool called XDL that allows you to download videos from Twitter. I've told the agents to read the plan, create tasks, and spawn a front-end and designer teammate. But before I hit enter, you'll notice down here that I'm actually in Tmux. And this is because the agents can use Tmux or item 2 to create split panes to show me exactly what each teammate is doing. So let's hit enter and see what this does. Okay, so now it's reading the plan and it's creating some tasks before it spawns some teammates in parallel. And here we have our first teammate, the front-end one. I'm actually going to zoom out a bit so we can see it because there's a lot going on here. And we have our second teammate down here, which is the UI styling teammate. So you'll notice here that I can interact with the teammates if I wanted to, giving them specific commands as they work. And of course, if I had a bigger monitor or if I zoomed out to my regular zoom level, I could see exactly what each one is doing. But because I've zoomed in a bit, it's difficult to do that. Okay, and now once the teammate has finished, Claude Code, so the main team member on this side, will automatically shut it down. And now both teammates have finished, we can now take a look at the design, which looks like this. I'm going to paste in the URL of a tweet, hit download, and the video is actually extracting, which we can download and view in our browser. Very cool. Also, if we take a look in our .claude teams directory, we can see we have a folder with the name of the project and the branch. And if I cd into that folder, there is a config JSON file that contains the project, the team lead here, and the model that the team lead was using, which was Haiku. Even though I didn't set it to be Haiku, I think it chose that to be the best model for the job. Now, if I run the exact same prompt with the same model outside of Tmux and hit enter, again, it goes to work, setting up the tasks and creating the team members. But this time you get to see the teammates down here. So we have the designer, the front-end developer, and the main team leader. And if I go into a team member by pressing enter, we can see exactly what they're doing, and we can communicate with them in this window as well. So again, this is similar to the view in Tmux, but instead of getting multiple windows, we get one big one and we can switch between team members down here. And when the teammate has finished their tasks, they get shut down and the main team lead takes over. In this case, we can see it's telling us what tasks have been completed and it's giving us a summary of what has been done. Now, this may seem very similar to sub-agents, but they're actually very different. So if we look at the documentation and scroll down until we get to this section, we can see the differences. So agent teams get their own independent context. Sub-agents only communicate to the main agent, whereas teammates can communicate with each other, and they have a shared task list. Whereas for sub-agents, the main agent manages everything. But here's what's interesting. Sub-agents summarize the result and send it back to the main context, whereas agents have their own separate Claude instance. So they use way more tokens. So yes, the agent teams or agent swarm feature is officially here. Although I don't think I'll be using it that much. The cost of Anthropic models combined with the fact that this feature guzzles tokens like they're nothing kind of makes me not want to use it as much and restrict it to special cases for doing research or getting an agent to check another agent's work. I mean, take a look at this. Me using the agent teams feature the first time, so earlier in the video, using my two teammates, excluding the main one, took up 29% of my usage using Opus 4.6, which is around 13,000 tokens. But it's important to note that running parallel agents is nothing new. Open Code has actually had this feature for a while, and so have some other agent harnesses. So it will be interesting to see how the agent teams feature is adopted by Claude Code users, considering that Tmux doesn't have the most user-friendly shortcuts.